I made a video about like renting rooms in Toronto, and this video is going to be about my experience renting rooms in Toronto. It's all about me. So let me talk about it. I don't even know which one to start with. I've been to so many. I'm gonna start with the cult shop room. It sounds more interesting than it was, but it's the one I remember the most vividly. So, there was this room on Bathurst Street, and it was really nice. It was, oh my gosh, it had wood floors, and I'm a sucker for wood floors. I just like the aesthetic of wood. First of all, when I came into the room, there was this section of the room that had nothing. It was a house with how many rooms? Yeah, it was a house with 3 rooms. And when you enter, you go past the kitchen, and then the room I wanted. Oh my gosh, there's so many things to this story. First of all, the room that I wanted, the room on the listing that I originally wanted, when I got there, the person told me that it was sold already. The room I wanted was around 900, like somewhere 800 or 900. The room the guy showed me, the second room, because someone had bought the first room, the second room was sitting at like 1,000-ish or something like that. And like 1,200. And I was like, it wasn't really in my budget, but I took a look because why not? So when you go into the room, there's this corner of the room that has nothing. It's just like, it looks like you could put a couch or something there, but there's a door before you enter that little empty space. So here's the door, here's the empty space, and then there's like a little staircase thingy that goes down, and then there's the room. And oh my gosh, the room was so nice. It had wood floors, it had windows on each side of like the walls. No, I think it was all 3 sides actually. Yeah. It was so pretty. It was like a sunroom. And I was like,
oh my gosh, this is gonna be such a great place to live.
Because the lighting is perfect. You know, I'm gonna make great videos, great TikToks in here. I was feeling the vibe. And my view was of the garden or the backyard or whatever. I don't know. I just remember seeing green stuff when I looked out the window. And then the bed was there. There was a bed frame and a mattress, and it was a new mattress. It hadn't been slept on. So I was like feeling it. I was like, yes! Because I went to at least 5 places before I went to the place on Bathurst. And all the places I went to before there were so disappointing. And even though this place was like slightly off my budget, the guy, oh, this is another sweet thing. Oh! So the guy who was selling the place, he mentioned that I can sublet. That's another thing. A lot of places won't allow you to sublet your room or whatever, so that means you can't have someone stay over and pay you. So yeah.
So you can't make money off someone else, basically. That's subletting.
So the guy who was like, oh, you can sublet this. So the section I was talking about that was empty and there was no stuff there. There was no bed. It wasn't like a bedroom, but it was like a little space before the bedroom. Yeah, so he said, oh, you can sublet this area if you want. I'm okay with subletting. And when he said that, I was like, I need this place. Because I was thinking, oh, okay, I won't be paying 1,200. No, I'll be paying like 700. So, and oh my gosh, all the little fantasies I had in my head of subletting. But after our little room tour, in my mind, I was just like,
oh my gosh, I'm gonna interview people.
Like I just had these fantasies of like interviewing people and just like deciding whether or not they're trustworthy to be living in my corner of the house. So yeah, that was another thing that crushed my soul when I realized that I wasn't getting this room. So the kitchen, brand new, everything was new. The kitchen area was very beautiful. There was like a bouquet or something that the guy put on the table to make it, you know, fancy, get some buyers. The bathroom was gonna be shared between 3 people, which is, If I could have a private bathroom, that would be ideal for me. If I had to share a bathroom with someone, like I'm okay with that, with just one person, that's fine. If I had to share a bathroom with 2 people, that's, you know, it's doable, it's okay. Yeah, that's fine. If I had to share a bathroom with 3 people, 3 people's a stretch. 3 people's like, okay. If we gotta do what we gotta do, we will do it. If I had to share a bathroom with 4 people, then it's like, no, Lord, no. 4 people, that's a lot. If it's 5, I don't even want to go there. 5 people, I cannot. I'm a very clean person, and it's kind of hard to blame someone when there are 5 people using a bathroom. So yeah, I would be sharing with like 3 other people, and I already knew one of the roommate was a guy. So one of my roommates, the person who already bought the room that I wanted, he was like a janitor or something that cleaned at a hotel. And I didn't know who the 3rd roommate was gonna be, because the bathrooms, let's call it the cult shop room instead of the bathrooms room. The bathrooms room, the cult shop room, this is the room I'm talking about right now. So the cult shop room, it was kind of a first come, first serve basis. So it's whoever has the money is whoever is the roommate, you know? I was kind of like,
oh, I could get really awful roommates. I would know.
So that was the kind of like, do I want this room moment I had. But besides that, I really loved the room. The room was incredible. The only reason that room wasn't a dream place to live was because it was next to a cult shop. And oh my god, when I first got there, but I was kind of like looking at the place. I was like, where's the guy? Where's the person who's gonna show me around? And there was a cult shop like right beside the house. Like they were conjoined. Yeah. I didn't go inside the cult shop, but I saw like the goat heads, the 2 bodies, the creepy pagan gods, and I was like, okay. I was so sad. I was like, no, I didn't want to know I was gonna be living beside a cult shop, because if I don't know, I'll just be living my life feeling good. But because I saw it in my head, like that's gonna cause some problems. Like,
oh, should I live here? I don't want God to be mad at me.
You know, I remember leaving the place, and I was like,
God, I promise you, if I get this room, I promise you I will never go into that cult shop.
I remember I was saying that in my head. But obviously I didn't get the room, but I'm kind of glad I didn't get the room, because I thought about it and I was thinking, like, the cult shop was a huge deal breaker for me. I had to sleep there. Like, what if it was a full moon or something and some cult members decided to go to the cult shop and, you know, have like an AA meeting, have like a gathering. Yeah, they wanted to have a gathering and they were doing, you know, some voodoo nonsense. And I'm just here sleeping in my room, but I'm literally beside that shop. Like, I don't know, bad spirits, badness, yes. It's scary because we're talking about cults, but yeah, you know, it's not a good vibe. There was another room I went to, and this room was literally so disgusting. First of all, the person who was renting the room did not even show up. I kept knocking on the door. No, it turned into banging. I was knocking so hard that someone who lived in the building, they heard me, they came down, they opened the door. Then I told them,
oh, I'm here for a room viewing.
So they showed me upstairs to the room that no one was living in. And then I got in, I was like,
oh yes, this is the room I saw in the ad.
Except the room I saw in person was a lot more chewed on. The thing is, the photos, they didn't look that different. I could tell it was the room, but the photo in the ad was just so, like, there was a bed there. The building looked decent. There was no photo of the bathroom. So I was so excited to look at the bathroom, because when people don't put a photo of the bathroom in their ad, that means the bathroom looks gross. That means the bathroom looks gross. Oh my gosh, the bathroom of this room. The tiles were falling apart. The shower door, it looked like a crime scene, basically. It was not it. It was not it. What else? Honestly, the whole vibe that room was giving, it looked like it was under renovation, but it wasn't. It looked like there were rats there. Even though I didn't see any rats, it felt like there could be rats living here, because the place just looked chewed on. That's what it was giving, the chewed on room. After I left that room, the chewed on room, when I got home, I saw on Facebook that it was sold, and I was like, what? Like, it was so cheap, but like, who would buy this room? That shocked me. Ooh, there was a room that I wanted to go see on Eglinton. So that was like 40 minutes or 50 minutes away from the place I lived on Elm Street. So I went all the way to Eglinton to go see this room. And by the time I got off at the Eglinton subway station, I like turned on my data and I messaged the person. I was like,
I'm almost here.
And the person messaged me like,
oh, I'm so sorry. Someone has bought the room.
So I went all that distance for nothing, but I got Pizza Hut because I was like, I did not come all this way for nothing. So that was a room I didn't even get to see, but it was so nice in the Facebook listing. I was so disappointed. There was the artist room. That room is where like there was an artist guy living there. That room was so It was just so Like, I remember going upstairs to the room because the room was upstairs, it was in the house, and I felt so tall. Like, I kind of had to bend my back to climb up the stairs because I felt like I was too tall. And the kitchen, oh my gosh, the ceilings were so low. So obviously I was just like, no, it's a no for me. I'm too tall to live here. Oh my gosh, there's the cat lady room. Okay, so I went to this room on Lansdowne, and the landlady, she was so nice and everything. And the room was okay-ish. So they had a cat, and she asked me if I'm okay with cats, and I was like, yeah. And I guess that was like a big thing for her because she smiled, she was so happy. There was gonna be 5 people living there, me plus 4 other men. I was gonna say guys, but like these were men, like middle-aged men living in the other rooms. And I met one of the guys. He was really nice. Like he played guitar, so we kind of vibed off of that. Yeah, and she liked me. She really liked me. So when I told her that I'm not taking the place, she was kind of like,
oh, why?
And And I didn't have the heart to tell her that it was because of the bathroom. So the bathroom did not look bad or anything, but there was this shower, the way the shower looked, it wasn't dirty. It was just, there was buttons on the shower head thingy, and that really bugged me. It was like you push a button and you get shower gel, you push a button and you get like conditioner, you push a button and you get shampoo. Like the way they set up this little system on the shower head thingy, that alone was just like enough to get me to be like, I don't want to live here. And the thing is, you need to understand, when I was looking at places,
I was stressed out.
my lease was ending June 14th, and I was looking at places June. I had a week, I had like 2 weeks to look for a place because I hadn't found a place, and June came around, and then I had 2 weeks. And then I had to ask my roommate if I could stay till the new roommate came. I stayed a week over when I was supposed to leave because I couldn't find a place to live. So like I was stressed, I was freaking out. And I turned down this lady who had a room, a good room in a decent price range. I think it was like 800 or something. I turned her down just because of the shower, the way they situated the shower head thingy. I don't know, it really bugged me. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah. So yeah, that was the cat lady house. I also went to a room that was like in the middle of nowhere. It wasn't in the middle of nowhere. It was just like like 50 minutes to an hour away from downtown Toronto. And I was like, I ain't trying to live like this. And also, like, the vibes weren't there. There was nothing special or entertaining about that room. The vibes just weren't there. Oh, I also went to this room near Mississauga. I don't know why. I think it's because I was so desperate. Like, I was running out of options that I was like,
okay, let's go to Mississauga.
And the room was, like, decent. It looked like a townhouse, but it had 7 rooms inside. And the room the girl was renting, it had its own private bathroom, and the room was like a decent size. The kitchen was kind of ugly. Actually, it wasn't kind of ugly, it was ugly. Like, it wasn't dirty, but it was not nice to look at. Like, I wouldn't want to invite people there, you know? And also, I didn't know my roommates, so I didn't know how noise tolerant they were gonna be. And I think most of them were students. So I was like, living with 7 students who I don't get to talk to because the girl said they don't have that much of a relationship with each other. They only have like a group chat thingy, and that's all. So like, if you don't know the people you're living with, you can't kind of like, you know, explain to them why you need to be yelling at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 9 a.m. in the morning, you know? So yeah. And also it was in Mississauga, so it was a no from me. I don't know why I did that. Oh yes, the icebreaker, the heart crusher. The fact that I didn't get this room crushed my soul, honestly. I think I cried because of this. Oh, it was so beautiful. Back when I was stressed about getting a place, I went to this room viewing near Ice Boat Terrace. It's called Ice something, Ice Bank, Ice Boat, something like that. And basically it's near Scotiabank. And when you go inside, it's like the walls are marble and everything looks really bougie and rich and fancy. And then the room, first of all, it had wood floors. Love that. Second of all, the bathroom was so nice. I think there was only 4 people living. 3 people living there, and the bathroom was shared between 2 people. It was a really nice bathroom. I don't know. Like, the second I saw that bathroom, I was like,
this is the best bathroom I've seen by far.
like, it was so nice. It wasn't huge, but it was big. Well, it was medium sized, but it was really nice. Like, the way the shower was, it was just nice. And the toilet, where the toilet was placed, where the sink was placed, everything was just right in that bathroom. I don't know how to explain it. And then the room was so small. Like, I feel like I can do the splits from wall to wall. That's how wide the room is. Yeah, the room was tiny. The closet was average size. It was chill. It was like a mirror closet, so that was nice. She had a TV in her room. Yeah, it was a small room. But the reason why I loved that room so much is because of the view. That view is like the kind of thing you pay for. It was so nice. It was a view of the city and also a view of the water. It was so beautiful. Like, it was breathtaking. So the lease would have been for 2 months. I told her right away. I think I was the first person she saw, actually. I was like,
girl, this is the room, I'm taking it.
And then she said,
okay, I need to check with my school.
Because the reason she was subletting her room is because she had to go to Mexico for school or something. And turned out, after she checked with her school, she actually needed to leave like later in June. So the move-in date wasn't gonna work. It wasn't gonna work out between us. But what really pissed me off is that she didn't just like message me and say, hey, I need to change the move-in dates. It's not gonna work. You're not getting the room. I would have loved if she did that, but she did not do that. No, instead, she did not answer my calls. She did not answer my messages. She just left me thinking like, oh, what's going on? And then I checked the Facebook listing she posted and I saw that the move-in dates were changed. They were changed from the 17th to the 28th or something of June or something like that. So I saw that the dates changed. So I messaged her on Facebook. I was like,
oh, I see that your move-in dates have changed. So I guess I'm not getting the room anymore. Could you just confirm that?
Then she messaged me confirming that. And then, yeah. So I didn't get the room. That girl just really annoyed me because she was so sweet when I met her. And it's like, all you needed to do was pick up my phone calls and just tell me I'm not getting the room. Because I called her like 5 times and she didn't answer me. And I was like, bruh. Like, just be honest with people. It's okay if I'm not getting the room. Like, it's okay. Just tell me. But yes, that is the story of me trying to find a room to rent in Toronto. Yeah, but everything happens for a reason. I think I went to like 10 to 20 room viewings, and then I applied for this room, and I did not think I was gonna get the place that I live right now. Like, where I live right now is awesome. I did not think I would get this place because I just didn't meet so many of the requirements. But the requirements I did meet was I was BIPOC and I had money. Those are the requirements I met. So I was like, you know, maybe. But still, there were so many things that I felt like I needed to have that I didn't have. And then I got the room anyways. You see how God works. Anyways, yes, I think I'm going to end this story now. So yes, that was my trials, my struggles. Yeah, if you're looking for a room to rent in Toronto, good luck.